Oh, hi there. Again, the second time today. The last stream was sort of unceremoniously interrupted, ended when the general contractor had come and I had to go let him in and we took a look at the stuff. But he's gone and I have time for some more shogi. So I'm going to come back online, head back to lishogi, see what we have to do, maybe play some more games, maybe head over to 81 Dojo. I don't know. But hopefully you get people back. We were talking about Pinwheel last time. What else? I missed the chat. It looks like I missed a little bit of chat as I closed the stream. Don Vito has gotten Carolina Sensei's permission to use parts of her shogi educational videos, which is nice for his class. And they could in that previous game they could go for Pinwheel. Interesting. So I'm gonna bring that game back up. So we'll start with that. It's a good game. Request the computer analysis. Let's see how long it takes with this update. See if there's any changes to the number of servers or whatever. So we went through. I'm Sente. Like I said, the countermeasure, I don't know. I don't know if I believe in the countermeasure so much. So the engine is calling for this move, at least at a low depth here. I think we do see that often, and that's actually what I usually do against a countermeasure. But I thought I'd push it. I thought I'd push my luck, which is it's fine. Again, the engine's calling for that move. So this is, I believe, a position we've somewhat studied. Although I think the opponent usually has this over here, maybe, and this is back. But yeah, sometimes this trade is fine. But the engine, so my move is the number one move, and it comes up. And then I go back, and then, okay, the engine did not like that. For this, it prefers the night jump. And I think if I had to do it over again, I think I would do that night jump. That night jump seems pretty obvious in hindsight. The gold 5-2 though is 5-8 is also good. Hey Foradin, welcome back. I'm just reviewing that game as we get underway. I'm just reviewing that last game. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and I'm as I do, I'm playing all top of line moves. I don't know why I moved back here. I think this is the obvious. So maybe I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going through my mind not to play here because I save a tempo. It's like I'm saving a tempo to do what I want to do anyway. That said, the other moves are fine as well. That said, the other moves are just fine. This was a mistake. So it felt wrong. It felt wrong. Where it felt wrong. What is the punish? What is the punish? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's what I was looking for. It's what I was looking for. Is something. Oh, I'm very disappointed. Extremely disappointed. I'm going to say that with a little more time, I would have seen that. I'm going to say. My spidey senses were tingling here. Okay. So anyway, I missed it. I played a move, which was a bad move. Because I didn't do that, but it's still fine. He makes a bad move. He gives me another chance to do it. And I make a bad move. and that chance is no longer gone. The chance is no longer there. So I think part of the problem was I was very hung up on trying to make a pawn drop here work. I was in a 10-second game. I almost can only be hyper focused on one thing, or focused on one tack, one path. And the thing I was focused on was essentially, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. Meanwhile, another one was. And yeah, and we come through, and there's the losing move. There's the losing move. Okay, so what would have been a better move here, though? Just pushing this pawn. All right, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's go back. 20-second game. So I don't like the oops, sorry for the noise. I banged my tea, and now there's a little tea with honey spilled on here. Hopefully it doesn't get sticky. I do have a little bit of I put some honey in this tea. Sorry for the noise probably coming through the mic here. $0.20. I'll play it. All right. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Okay. I don't know what this is. Is this some sort of I don't know. All right. I'm getting gimmicked. I'm getting gimmicked. So I think it's going to be a duck, right?
10秒、1、2、3、4。
It's not going to be a duck. So one thing I think I need to do is to probably turn off the opponent's sound for the Byoyomi. I think it's probably better to not have their sound.
$10秒、1、2、3、4、5。
It's got 3 pawns.
10秒、1、2、3、4、5。
Wow, that was surprising. That was surprising.
$10秒、1、2、3、4、5、6。 10秒、1、2、3、4、5、6。
So this bishop here is kind of an interesting spot, but it eliminates it. I think it pauses some of my plans to be able to get an edge attack. So I'd like to get that bishop off the diagonal. Oh, okay, okay. the way that
10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
could I block? I think, yeah, I could have. No, I couldn't have.
10秒。
Okay. I have no silver. I have no silver. How can I get a silver?
10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。10秒。1、2。10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
This is
9。
it's not there, but interesting.
10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、
Shogi is a game about capturing the rook.
8、9。10秒。1、2、3、4。10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I don't think that's good. I do stuff like this too often. Actually, if I was going to do it, I should have done here. This is going to be a burden for me. I think if this wasn't 10-second, I think I would have not made that move. I didn't have a good candidate otherwise. I was looking for other plans here.
5。 10秒。1、2、3、4。10秒。1、2、3、4。10秒。1、2、3、4。
There's no pieces in hand. Can I drop a bishop?
10秒。1、2、3、4、5。
Hmm.
10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
So I just have to not get hit by anything dumb.
10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6。10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Hmm.
10秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
My opponent has left the game.
10秒。
You can
1、
claim victory, call the game a draw,
4、
or wait.
6、7、8、9、10。
Arigatou gozaimashita. All right, so Emperor Rex, good day again. VMD Ayaka, hello, hello. So this is the second time. So this is the second anonymous that I've played on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who needs NinWorld? Who needs a castle if you can have two dragons? This is the second anonymous I've played today, right? And oh no, the first person that left was not anonymous. But I played 3 games. 2 of the games my opponent chose to just leave the game instead of resigning. Is that the new lishogi meta? Is that what we get on lishogi? Is that just how it is? So it'll be interesting to me to see where I might have messed up some of my stuff here. So I'm Gote. So Sente still has, the Sente event. So it's amazing to me that like this seems fine. This, I guess that silver or that. Okay, so what should I have done here? Oh, it just wants me to do regular stuff. Okay. This loses a pawn. As we saw, this loses a pawn. It loses a pawn, but it does, I gain tempo. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is all good. It's all good. They're all good dogs. Double dragon, Yloigh. Yeah, welcome back. Double dragon equals the pause equals rage quit. It's a shame. It's a shame. So okay, so the engine did not like this move. Huh. We just leave it? Ah. Well, no, it's still a take and then back. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's, boy, that's tricky. Wait, what? Oh, wow. Oh, so this is a big blunder. I would characterize this as a blunder. I would not say that this is an inaccuracy. This is I think a blunder. Is the chart done? Okay, so the chart is there. Yeah. It only called that a mistake. So there was that one inaccuracy that called an inaccuracy. And then the mistake was, what was the mistake? What was the mistake? Jumping with the knight. Oh, 7-3 gold. Really? No, 7-3 silver, 7-3 gold. So this was my other option. I just thought I'd want to get the and then it would be this, like I did in the game. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, not big mistakes. Not big mistakes. The one I think is a big mistake. The first that it called just an inaccuracy. This is concerning because this seems so obvious, but yeah. Oh, this is the line. This is the line. Wait. Oh no, that's line after the gold. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Oh, after I push. The opponent should have done this. Then I take. I can go over to save the rook, but this happens. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Hi, friends. Budikov. lishogi. lishogi's nice. Yeah, the sounds I think have made a huge improvement. The Byoyomi sounds. Oh, speaking of Byoyomi sounds, I did want to turn off. the counting of sounds. So this is the thing. I would like to be able, when I'm observing, I would like to hear the clock. But when I'm playing, I don't want to hear my opponent's clock. So I almost need like a fourth option. I'll just leave it. Their doctor is looking for a hyper bullet. So I want to spectate. So this is something. I wish I could just say spectate. I wish I could say spectate. I guess I can. Watch his games. Yes. There it is. lishogi TV. Yes. I used to do this. Hey, Killer Ducky. Yeah, I used to do this on Chess. Okay, so this is this is not a quarter-minute game. Oh, I wanted to see the quarter-minute game. What happened here? It's not starting? Their doctor is Sente, so... Yeah, I used to just sit on here for some of the players. I love this feature. I in Leech, starting in Chess, I love this feature. I would just hang out and watching their games. It's a great feature. So nice. It's so nice. Yeah, I am at NinWorld. That's one of that's one of the criticisms that I had with that decision. Though, I think the decision was the right one. But I think the short-term problem, wow, look at this. The short-term problem is that people are not going to play faster time controls if they care about their rating. Gote is Victoria. GG. So you still had 12 seconds. You still had 12 seconds. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I knew as soon as I said the word no one, I knew in my mind someone is going to actually me. Someone's going to actually me. because people will definitely still do it. There will be people doing it, but I would say a lot of people would be put off by it. Like, if I cared about my rating on lishogi, I would definitely not play fast games because I'm going to kill my rating. But, you know, it's I think it's still the right choice for them to do that. I think it's the right choice for them to do it, considering we don't have many players. And if they do want to build they do want to make reasonable ratings, I think it's the best choice. I think they should also get rid of all those other ratings. Get rid of all those other ratings. Get rid of all this nonsense on here. All these other just nonsense things. You can say that. So I don't make that argument. I don't like the argument that you can say that this is not shogi. I think it is shogi. It's a different kind. And I think you'd probably agree with that. But you know, it is it is a pre-move test. But in chess anyway, when I've watched, like, I don't enjoy watching these hyperbullet all that much, but when I have watched, I do see plenty of mates. You know, I do see plenty of mates. Yeah, you'd have to have a second account like Shogi Dad fast, Shogi Dad slow. Hey, yellow traffic light. The friend who played that game was shocked they were watching it. Zero recollection of playing said game. Wait. Oh, it's Bruce. So he just forgot the game that was just played. It proves that it's not shogi. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Clash of the Titans. Oh gosh. What's going on? What's going on? Maybe the this is not shogi people are onto something. What is going on? Oh my god, they have so much time on the clock too. All right. I reserve the right. So as any sophisticate should, you should always reserve the right to say that you may have been wrong. You should always be willing to change your position on things when you're proven wrong. And that was something. Oh boy. Oh, DrDoctor is up on the clock, so I think he realized he can think. He can think a bit. Yeah, checks are a superpower in bullet, hyper bullet. If you Killer Ducky, you would set the lower limit for rated. It's one of those where you don't know it until you see it. Or it's you when you know it, when you see it, you'll know it. This is something here. Wow. Oh boy, nice check. So DrDoctor is very fast. Oh, and then we've got a checkmate. So I feel like I must tell the story of the last time I played NinWorld, DrDoctor in this game. The last time I played DrDoctor on lishogi, I don't remember what the event was. It was like a 5-minute it was a rapid, I think it was a rapid event. And he berserked, and which meant that he had no, half the main time and no byoyomi. And he was moving so fast and he was crushing me so hard that like it didn't even like he was moving faster against moves that I thought I was making somewhat sort of non-obvious moves. I thought I was playing pretty well. I thought I was making non-obvious, interesting, sort of thought-provoking moves. And he was like, he was playing faster than an engine would play, and with these responses. And it was just like I felt punch drunk out of that game. Like it caused me to reassess. I think I said this. I made this same lame joke before. There's the chess book, Reassess Your Chess. I think it made me reassess my shogi because I just felt like I was beaten so badly and with so little thought that it made me just like wonder what is even happening. Like what have I been doing these past 2 years such that I can just get smashed so quickly? Oh man. Brutal. All right. Shiba Mizo has left 81 Dojo and is hanging out on lishogi right now. My score 0-3. So so I've played Shiba Mizo 3 times. My score is 0-3. Does that mean 3 wins? Is that zero losses and 3 wins? Yeah, maybe this means I had 3 wins as Gote. Maybe that's what this means. Against Shiba Mizo 57. Maybe that's what that means. That I had 3 wins as Gote. All right, we got a casual. We got an anonymous 3-0 game. Let's do it. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Oh boy. All right. Let's all right. I guess we're getting an opposing rook. Or something else. Don't need to do that. Nice. Oh, this is what I usually prefer. I'm gonna push this. I'm gonna push this. And I'm not going to make that jump until I have this pawn. I think I can jump. It's just I'm not going to at the moment. Yeah. So I think I needed to get my knight up first. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Oh, that would have been a Nifu. Thank you, lishogi. Thank you, lishogi. All right. Yeah. Shoot. That's a darn shame. It's a darn shame. It's a darn shame. Let's. Yep. What's the time? Oh, I'm way down on the clock now. Now I'm way down on the clock. Interesting. He's got the knight. Ah! So that's a bug. I consider that a bug. I consider that a bug. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe Lee chess works like that too. Maybe Lee chess works like that too. Right. So I thought because the piece was there, it was going to do that. But no, that's not a bug. That's a misunderstanding by me. That's a misunderstanding. That's not a bug. That's a bad expectation. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's a good. I think it's a fun position. The engine is saying it's better for Gote. I'll take the engine's word for it, but I think it's perfectly interesting. So here, what should I have done here? Oh, the pawn drop. The pawn drop would have been nice. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. I see that now. Pawn drop would have been good. And then get this gold up. Yeah. Oh, that's a fun position. So I like that one a lot. I like that. I like that a lot. Franz Booty Cup. I'll play against Twitch subs. I'll play against Twitch subs and otherwise supporters. I have no way of knowing who's a YouTube sub. And that bar is too low anyway. Okay. 30, 10. So here's a 5-0. Here's a 5-0. So why are there so many anonymous? Someone is why I'm open to speculation here. Maybe this is speculation time. I'm open to this. Why do we see so many anonymous on lishogi? So many relative to the, at least my perspective. So I will say that my perspective is that when I go to lishogi and I look in the lobby, I will more often than not see anonymous players or more anonymous players than logged in players. Why? I'm open to speculation because I don't have a great idea. I don't have a great thought behind why that might be the case. Shiba Mizo is playing yellow traffic light. So, insert Matrix, Morpheus is fighting Neo scene. Let's put this on. Oh, it's a shame it's a 060. Oh no, 060 is a great time control. So anyway, same reason I don't play rated. They are scared. I don't play rated because I'm scared. I mean, hey Koshiro, you think it's ranked anxiety? Well, why don't they just play casual games? Like why wouldn't someone just play casual games? If it's rank anxiety, why would they? Like, why do some very clearly strong players do anonymous on lishogi? And on 81 Dojo, when anonymous games used to be like when it was easier to log in as a guest. There were definitely some very strong players on guest.
30秒
So, the reason I play rated don't play rated on lishogi is just because I don't care about the ratings on lishogi. I think they're nonsense. I think they're currently nonsense. So I'm not gonna play a rating system, and even I'm not gonna run the risk of me starting to care about a rating. The rating I care about is Shogi Wars.
20秒
81 Dojo. Even though the 81 Dojo is arguably to some people, the most meaningful of them, it's not for me
30秒
anymore. It used to be, but then Shogi Wars took over.
40秒
Interesting. What is
50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6 10秒
Interesting. So Shiba Mizo does have a gold.
20秒
Is there any how do you defend this? So is the way to defend this to attack
30秒
or
40秒
wait, okay, so this is attacking and it's also protecting.
50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7 10秒
So the side piece, yellow traffic light no longer has a gold or a side moving piece here.
30秒
Oof.
40秒
This would not promote. So what about take? Or no, what about take?
50秒 1、2、3、4、5
No, because now this bishop is watching this. Ah, wow. Wow. I'd love to see what the thought was behind the. I'm not seeing the thought. I'm not seeing the idea behind that pawn drop because it opens up a run square. Like it opens up 3-2 now for the king to run.
20秒 30秒 40秒
And this no longer would be check if the king takes.
50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10秒
You know, so that after the if there's a trade, the redrop, you know, the redrop is still going to be good. Boy, what a
30秒
pawn 4-7 to defend the threat mate. You think? Oh, pawn 4-7. Oh, because if the dragon takes, then he blocks the bishop. If the bishop takes, then it would open that threat before. Yeah, that would have been interesting.
50秒 1、2、3、4 10秒
You don't get to see high-level players like this playing 60-second Byoyumi all that often.
20秒
At least not from what I can see. You know, not from what I usually see.
30秒 40秒 50秒 1、2、3、4 10秒
This is they do have a knight, you know.
20秒 30秒 40秒 50秒 1、2、3、
Surely there's enough time to take the bishop, right?
6
It's gotta be. Yeah.
10秒
So what are the threats for Gote? This? Ah.
10秒
Wow.
20秒 30秒
Is there any way to take this? Is there any way to take this?
40秒
I'm not seeing a way. 。
30 50秒。1、2、3、4、5。
そうですね。
10秒。20秒。30秒。
Hmm.
40秒。50秒。1、
Huh.
10秒。20秒。
No more pawns in hand for yellow traffic light.
30秒。
Lots of pieces, though. Wow, lots of pieces.
40秒。50秒。1、2、
What is this saying about
3、
not,
4、
some saying about
5、
not
6、
retreating once you're
7、
attacking?
8。
That seems cool. That seems stylish.
10秒。20秒。30秒。
What can just avoiding do something? Oh, interesting.
10秒。
Interesting. I guess setting up the pin.
20秒。30秒。
Boy. Can the king
40
run?
秒。
Boy, oh
50
boy.
秒。1、2、
King
3、
runs, they can take the
4、
dragon, but is
5。
that... No, you can't take the dragon because then the knight takes. Yeah, so he's setting up the pin. It's a real cool move.
10秒。 20秒。
And the bishop is defending this gold. So there's not even like a threat there.
30秒。 40秒。
But that's an expensive way to defend, right? Or maybe that's
50秒。1、2、3、4、
it's a silver for knight trade.
6、7。
Oh. That's interesting. Boy. But the king's going to be able to run once this dragon's out of there. Shogi is a game about checkmating the rook.
10秒、
So I'm surprised there's no resignation.
20秒、
Hi, Atari. You want to come in here? You want to come on stream, Atari? Come on. Come on, good girl. Come on.
30秒、
I see you. Come on. Bishop supremacy. I don't know, boy. The king has a lot of room to run over here. I mean, there are a lot of pieces in hand. So I guess to be fair,
50秒、1、
like what's if the king takes, what happens? The rook is going to drop here. Well, I mean, obviously, if the king takes, the rook would drop there. But
10秒、 20
does the
秒、
rook still drop here? The thing is, Sente does, or Gote? I wonder why I'm on Gote's side. Why did it give me Gote's side?
40秒、
Did I open up the game? Strangely? I think I just clicked from the lishogi TV tab on the left.
20秒、
So if he takes and then the rook drop, like this defense does work, right?
30秒、
Oh, there are a few observed glitches. Interesting. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's just some somewhat strange.
40秒、
Just not my expectation.
50秒、1、
And
2、3、4、
so if the rook does drop, then the bishop, the horse comes back.
10秒、
And then that rook is just kind of buried back there.
20秒、
Oh. Huh.
10
But
秒、
now this works, right? But now this is fine. Right?
20秒、 30秒、
Sanjuryo. I really like this voice. Some noisy users complained about the king pieces. What's wrong with the king pieces? What's wrong with the king pieces?
50秒、1、2、3。
That's interesting. Is that to give
10
more
秒、
defensive visibility to the horse? Well, this seems like it could potentially be annoying, but maybe the game is not at that state where that's going to matter. Maybe that's too slowly. Oh, the king pieces like the jeweled king versus the non-jeweled king? Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, this piece set uses... Okay, interesting. Yeah, this piece set has Sente as jeweled and Gote as non-jeweled. Interesting.
50秒、1、2、3、4、5、6。
Oh, there's complex code to define that? Wow.
9、
That seems like it's not important enough to make complicated. So my understanding was in the old days, I thought, wasn't it that the stronger player got the jeweled king in the old days? Isn't that what it was? Or maybe it's that the stronger, higher ranked player gets the non-jeweled king.
30秒
So I mean, like, that would explain this. That would explain Shiba Mizo at 5 Dan versus 4 Dan getting this king piece and getting the perspective. Like, if that's a design decision, I don't hate that decision. It's a decision. So I like a site that has character. That has some opinions. I like opinionated software in general.
10秒
Whoever loses the politeness battle. Yeah, maybe they have. It's whoever has the fewest games left, lost, or the fewest games that are not completed.
10秒
I still don't know how that gets calculated. Maybe it's correspond. I don't know, because I thought I had one. I've never not finished a game, and I think at some point I had. I'll check this. I apologize. I'm going to quickly check over here at my profile. Yeah, my game completion rate is 97%. I have no idea how it's not 100%. Like, I don't quit games. I don't leave games. As far as I know. Or maybe that's like in those arenas, if the game opens up in another tab and I don't even realize the game started, maybe that counts. Yeah, Magic Base today. 2 players today sort of they just left. They left. Where lishogi in 2 games today, rather than resign, the player lishogi says the other player has left. In 5 seconds, you'll be able to declare a win or declare a draw.
40秒
So twice today. Hey, Oregon Moniwa, nice to see you. I don't think that counts as me not completing. I don't think. Because I think my 97% sounds about what mine used to show. But maybe. Hey, Danny Boy to first down. Yeah, these are godlike players. That's what I say. So when I watch, like, I at the U.S. Shogi Championship, I watch Yellow Traffic Light, and players of that caliber. When I step away from those events where I've spectated a lot of games, that is one of the things that's always in my mind. That wow, these guys use a lot of pawn tactics. There's a lot of pawn play. There's a lot of react to an attack or react to a threat with a pawn threat somewhere else, or with a threat somewhere else. It's a different game. It's almost like a different game than I play. Watching very strong players playing an endgame. It's amazing. It's so good. You thought the game completion rate was supposed to be based on the last 30 games. You can't remember whether it's supposed to exclude games the opponent missed, because okay.
6
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It feels like mine has been that way forever. It feels like I have had like a 97% completion rate forever. I could be misremembering,
10秒
but that always bothered me. Like that's a thing that I think lishogi does that bothers me. I do not want to be chastised by the software that I use. So like 81 Dojo does it too. if I Nifu, 81 Dojo is like, if you Nifu too many times, you're going to be in trouble or whatever it is. It's like, give me a break. I'm trying to play a game of shogi here. Excuse me. I made a mistake. Excuse me. You're going to threaten to block me or something because I made too many Nifus. If Nifus are a problem for you, how about turn off Nifus? Like if that kind of thing. Okay, so I had said that this was going to be a possibility, and I predicted it 20 moves ago. And on lishogi also, the thing where it really ticks me off is, like I said, when I've got two, let's say during an arena, I click a game to analyze it, which opens up a new tab, and then the system starts. So as I'm reviewing a game in the other tab, the game match makes me and puts me into a game in the other tab, and such that I don't even realize the game started, and then I go back to the tab. I see, the game was aborted or whatever. I lost points, and then it chastises me, saying, if you abort too many games, you're going to be in the lishogi prison or whatever. Whatever it says. It's like, settle down here. Settle down. I don't like being chastised by my software for honest mistakes or for mistakes of the software. Like, I consider that a lishogi bug personally. I'm not gonna die on that hill that it's a bug. I think it's a bug. At the very least, I think it's a decision. But the idea that I'd be chastised for it, I think is terrible. Oh, nice. What a game. It's a shame that the end of the game started getting me ranting about software that chastises. So like, I feel like that, are we in the analogy? Yeah, so I feel like we are, so how do I, okay, this is Momochi. This is not how Momochi is spelled for the Street Fighter player. But so like, I see this every time I go into my profile, and I see this, and honestly, and without being too dramatic about it. I don't want to over dramatize this thing, but I see this as a little punch in the stomach. Like, I see this as a mark of shame. I see this, and it really bothers me. It bothers me such that I think, like, if I'm going to play at a site, little things like this are the things that will keep me away from a site. Like, get this the heck out of here. I complete my games, and if you say I didn't complete my games, at least let me click and see it, and at least let me somehow clear this. This really bothers me. I don't like being chastised by the system, or being held up as this evil villain because of this thing that I don't even understand what it's getting at. Like, what is this even saying? I honestly, like, I don't even know what this is saying. On Leechess, there was abundance of forum feedback. I don't want to play players who quit too much and having no way to see who those players are. Yeah. So what does quitting mean? Quitting means just not resigning and letting the system not. So quitting means, like, what? I guess that's the thing, is, what does quitting mean? Yeah, Danny Boy. I mean, I've definitely been disconnected from lishogi, but yeah, maybe that was the one. But the thing is, even if you get disconnected, you can reconnect. You can reconnect and then finish the game and resign it. Yeah, I don't know if lishogi players would be more respectful or less argumentative. I don't know. My games today, two games today, and one of them was a logged in player, and one of them was an anonymous. You know, of the two I played 3 games. Of those, 2 of the games the player quit rather than resign. One of them was a logged in player. One of them was an anonymous. You know, it's disrespectful, and it's somewhat annoying, but like, I didn't do that. So yet I'm being lumped in, like, presumably I'm being lumped in with those players. I just don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I wonder what their algorithm for deciding that was too. Because I not to support people who are being rude, but like, what if someone legitimately did? So let's say you're playing a 60-second Byoyomi. Let's say you're playing a 15-minute with 60-second Byoyomi game, and you've got 5 minutes left on your clock, and you disconnect. Your internet goes out. Let's say you disconnect. I would argue that you shouldn't lose like 10 seconds after, because people do disconnect. And like, if I have 5 minutes on my clock, or I have 15 minutes on my clock, and I decide, oh, I want to leave I want to get comfortable. I want to take my laptop, or let's make a gross thing, something that I don't do, but I imagine people would do. Like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Let me get off here and go take this on my phone. You finish the game on my phone. So they disconnect. You know, they close their tab, and then they go to their phone and start playing. And then once they get there, they see, oh, they were timed out, or they were given a disconnection loss. Like, you've got 5 minutes or 15 minutes. That's your time to spend, right? Okay, so for 10 years, you say you've been arguing about the details of disconnect and reconnect timing. Like, I think about this in terms of in 81 Dojo. I think 81 Dojo is the place that actually made me think about this a lot. Because like I said, I watch a lot of WSL games. And those are 30-minute with 60-second Byoyomi games. And they're 30-60, right? And in watching some of those games, I've seen people who have disconnected for 20 minutes. And then they came back. And I think, you know, you could argue that they're being disrespectful. You could argue that they shouldn't do that. I think you can totally argue. You can argue that they should have organized their time better. But the thing is, they have 30 minutes. Like, you know, that's their clock to use. And like, if you're playing over the board and you go to the bathroom, ignoring cheating scenarios and things like that, but let's say you go to the bathroom for 10 minutes, or let's say you're in a tough position and you've got 20 minutes on your clock, and you're like, you know what? I need to just go walk. I just need to walk and clear my head, to wash my face. So someone gets up off the table, out of the table, away from the table. They wash their face, they go for a walk, and then they come back to the game. Like, what if they came back to the game and it's like, oh, well, you left for a minute, so we thought that you quit. We thought that you quit the tournament, so we disqualified you from the event. Like, that would be nasty. That would be nasty. Let me get back to that lishogi TV. I love lishogi TV. I love lishogi. I love lichess TV. I love lishogi TV. If NinWorld, if it's aborting the game, that's That's real bad. I mean, that makes it even more critical. Like I've said that I will not. I'll open a new tab. I've said that I will not set up games, and I will not ask for games in the lobby, for like rated games in the lobby here, or I did it today just because I didn't care who I was playing, but I will not set up games in the lobby if I can't decline some people's games. There's some people who I just don't want to play for any number of reasons, and I think it's totally legitimate to not want to play certain people. But since lishogi doesn't offer the ability to decline a game, all they give you is the ability to abort a game that has not yet started. And if that's the decision, then it's like, okay, well, that's fine. But then lishogi shouldn't be chastising me in the message, and they shouldn't be threatening to take away, to block me, to time me out and stuff like that. It's like, if you don't give the facility for someone to decline a game, and then you penalize them for declining a game using the only method that they have, I think that's a problem. I think that's hostile software. I think that's a hostile software system, and I just don't like it. Hey, Tortupi, greetings again. Greetings. By the way, Tortupi, you are the person that implemented the sound, right? We haven't talked in so long, since before yesterday. You are the person who implemented this sound. Oops. The count up sound, right? This is amazing. This is amazing. Your work is highly appreciated. This is so good. It is working so well. I have to say, it's a dramatic improvement to lishogi. To the point where I sort of want to play here. At times. I want to have this in my rotation because it's so nice. I use the robot JP. Let me switch my scene here. I am these days, I am using robot JP. I like this. I really like this robot. But I am curious if how did these VTubers get involved? Does Wanderer know some people or something? I'm just fascinated that they were chosen. Ironically, Robot JP feels the most human to me, which is why I use it. The VTuber ones feel too artificial to me. Shogi Sage is amazing. Yeah, so in tournaments, of course, you can't block players. In the lobby, so that's the thing. I don't want to block them, though. I don't want to block these players, and I don't want to have to maintain a block list. I know in my head who I don't want to play, but I don't necessarily want to spend time implementing that in software, especially since it'd be like, oh, I forgot this person, or not even that. It's just like, okay, I'm playing a casual game, and I see that I'll just make up an example. I see that Fuji Sota has challenged me, but he's a new player, so he's only 1,500. Like, okay, I don't want to accept that. Just to contrive a bad example. I just think there are a lot of reasons why you would want to be able to decline games. Including you have your game up there, and in the spur of the moment, like this has happened to me before. I put up a game, I waited 10 minutes for a game, let's say on 81 Dojo, and then I decided I was going to go. I tell someone I'm going to leave, so I go to take away my game invite, and all of a sudden someone challenged me. Like this is not a contrived example. Like this, honest to goodness, actually happened. And on lishogi, I was able to just say like decline and I'm sorry, and I sent the person a message saying I'm sorry, I'm actually just stepping away, and and everything is fine. But like on lishogi, I would have just been put into the game, and then I would have had to have waited for the abort, and then I would have gotten chastised by the system. NinWorld, you said that last time when your opponent disconnected on 81 Dojo, the game automatically ends after 5 minutes or claiming a win after 1 minute. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Maybe I don't know because I wasn't playing. You know, I was only spectating. So maybe the other player just didn't claim the win. Maybe that's how it went. I don't know. But you know, as a spectator, I saw, you know, the player's name grays out, you know, when they disconnect. I think that's when they disconnect, is when the player name grays out. And then it was like a 20-minute wait or whatever. It was a long wait before they made their move. Okay, you know nothing about the different voices. Interesting. Okay. So they did that after your change went in, or after your change, they augmented it basically. You think it? Yeah, I do think it creates an unfriendly environment to block, especially since you can see who's blocking you or block. Yeah. Yeah. And it's a pet problem of mine, you know, because I am streaming, and it's a problem for me in general, but it's also it's extra just being, you know, streaming. I think it's an extra problem because there are some people I would not want to play on stream based on their past behavior. So, you know, that's just, I'd have no choice but to play or abort. On Lichess, there have been chronic problems with players being unable to get a game to opponents rejecting. Interesting. Well, but why would they get but you know, clearly people want to play on a site. But if they get, so, you know, I you know, I don't want to just discard people's feelings offhand, but like a lot of times I wonder if people who say like, "Oh, I have such a hard time getting a game." I wonder if they're actually trying very hard. Like on Shogi Club 24, you know, I used to have trouble getting games sometimes, and then I took USA out of my locality. You know, I removed my locality, and it seemed like things improved. But like in the end, I had, you know, I was my challenges were ignored a bunch of times, but like I still got games. Like people are on a site to play games. They're gonna play you. I don't know. I always wonder if that, like a decision like that is made to appease the vocal and exaggerating minority. I think sometimes that happens. And you know, I don't want to just assume that, because the Lichess developer has, you know, my utmost respect.
10秒
Oh, interesting. NinWorld, yeah. That disconnect and reconnect, and then the timer starts over again. That happened at Shogi Club 24. So that's so again, I think I want to be clear that like what I'm saying about situations like that is that
30秒
they should not be using policy to resolve a bug. And so as far as I'm concerned, that Shogi Club 24 situation where the user disconnects and then they come back and so the situation on Shogi Club 24 that I've experienced a few times, I'm playing a game, my opponent's clock, ticks, it goes on for 10, 15 minutes or whatever. And then, and I noticed that they disconnected,
10秒
and then they come back to the game, and all of a sudden, it's my move. So my move is removed from the board. I have to make a move, and my opponent's clock is back where it was before they disconnected. And to me, that is a complete bug. To me, that's like an unequivocal bug. But if
20秒
so I think like they should fix that bug before they implement policy. in my stuff. You think the abort penalty warning stuff started because a few trolls were accepting then aborting game matches?
10秒
Yeah. So and that's fine. But I think the system, and this is more code. This is more code complexity. So I understand sometimes why you wouldn't want to do this. But the decision is essentially, I am going to insult my users. I am going to make an aggressive insult to my users. So if I am going to do that,
10秒
I should make sure that I'm insulting the proper users. And so I would be hesitant to do. So it's like I abort one game or I abort 5 games. I abort 5 games over a year period or 7 games over a year period. I don't know how many times on stream have we seen that I've aborted completely unintentionally, completely unknowingly in those arena events. Like 2 or 3. Because I went into the analysis board. We're talking about the game. Going into the analysis board, opened a new tab.
20秒
Apparently, the matchmaking was still running in the other tab. It started the game. It did the little ding, which I didn't hear probably because I was talking. So I didn't hear the sound of the ding. And then I come back and I've got that aborted game. But like, that's a handful of games in 1 year. It's like, lishogi, get over it. Don't be so nasty to me.
50秒
And maybe I'm making too big of a deal out of it. But just being a software person, I think sometimes these software design issues are magnified in my head, where I take it very seriously. If the software that I use is not going to be friendly to me, then I want no part of it.
20
If my software is going to insult me, then I want no part of it. And so the same thing, I think, by extension, these shogi sites. Like, if I'm going to live on these shogi sites, I don't want to be insulted by the shogi software, or being accused of being something like a disconnector. I don't know what that means, Capybara, but I'm going to step away from that one. Third after you say, you've gotten death threats before from lichess users, and you're not even on the moderation team.
10
People
秒
are kind of nasty out there. People are kind of nasty out there. Yeah, moderating trolls on lichess may be worse than hurting cats.
20秒
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, that's the sign of, that's experience. And that's, yeah. Yeah, the design of 81 Dojo is very much of its time. It's very much of its time and of its era. And I still think it's nice. I still think it has very nice features.
20
You know,
秒
I think its pieces are beautiful. Its default piece set is beautiful. I think its sound is great. I think its sound is probably still some of the best.
30秒
The best that we have online. I think 81 or lishogi is getting there. I think lishogi is getting there. You know, this robot voice I think is great. The piece sounds are okay. The piece sounds on lishogi are okay. I am currently using Shogi Alternative, which I think sounds better than Shogi to me, you know, to my tastes. But you know, the look and feel of lishogi is great. The boards are not ideal, but I think they're still, I think it's still very good. I love. Well, it's not fair for me to give 81 or lishogi props for this because I'm using a user style here for the
20秒
the properly aligned Portella with the red promotion. So you know, it's not fair that I'm giving lishogi credit for that.
30秒
But in the recent update, I think it's a recent update, lishogi did implement the fix for Portella for the alignment.
40
But
秒
they're all black. All the promotion sides are also black, which is fine. Which is fine.
50秒
It's possible to make it like 81 Dojo. Yeah. Someone would need to implement it. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You know, all these things. And that's why, you know, I think that's why I'm so hard on the variants. Is that I feel like these things that would make lishogi a better site and more
10秒
more friendly to people coming from 81 Dojo or you know maybe the Japanese shogi player ethos. Like those things I think are important, but so much effort was spent on those variants. And you know, I obviously, you know, I don't want to rehash that. I feel very strongly
30
about
秒
those variants being a waste of time on 81 on lishogi. But yeah, I don't want to retread that material.
10秒
In the meantime, I need to take a quick bio break and refill my water. I'll be right back. I'll just leave this up and playing.
10秒 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 20秒 30秒 40秒 50秒 1、2、3、4 10秒 10秒、20秒、
All right, back. Oops, sorry for banging the table. What kind of upsets you, Capybara, on 81 Dojo is the fact that if you open the profile, it opens a new tab. Oh,
40
oh,
秒、
I well, it's actually a separate site, right? I mean,
50秒、1、
what do you think it should do? I mean, what do you think it should do? I'm curious what you think it should do. Knowing that 81 Dojo is like a single page app. You think the effort on Chushogi was crazy, although likely others weren't so bad. You don't know what the maintainer was thinking since Chushogi can't be easy. Yeah. And he must enjoy it or something. You know, there's a lot of effort, and as one of the podcasts I've listened to that had Chris, what is it? No joke chess. You know, he was being interviewed, and he was talking about why lishogi isn't doing variants anymore. And this is something that you know is for any software developer, you know, you'd understand that the incremental cost for maintenance is massive. You know, even though these things, it's you don't just make a variant and then you don't just be like, all right, I'm going to do a variant this weekend, and then you wipe your hands of it and you're done for the rest of your life. You know, that variant is going to come into play with potentially every update that you ever do. Anytime you make an update or anytime you make a UI change, you're going to have to test against it. You're going to have to think about how it impacts that variant for the most part, even at a minimal level. And it's just so much software overload, like it's so much software overhead, so much maintenance overhead, that for a single person, a single developer essentially site, I just don't know how it's sustainable.
20秒、
And so what I think that what happens is features, you don't get many changes because the variants have become like they've caused the site to calcify. So like I wonder if that's why we haven't had many we haven't had this recent lishogi update is the first in like a year and a half, right?
30秒、
Maybe not. Maybe that's not fair. There was a gap of over a year, almost a year and a half between the 2024 update and then the small tournaments update. So essentially, I mean, yeah, about a year and a half between updates. And is that because he was busy, or is it because the variants made it slower to update? I don't know. So this game is still going on.
10秒、
So one thing as a spectator, and this might be somewhat this may be a minority held opinion. I've felt this way about Lee Chess as well, but not being able to turn on the engine when you're observing a game, I think is a little unfortunate. It's not the end of the world, of course, by any means, but I think it'd be nice to be able to just turn it on and be like, okay, what are some of the best moves here, rather than having to do shenanigans of copying PGNs or Kifus out into a separate program. I understand that some people would say that it makes it easier to cheat, but cheaters are going to cheat, and cheaters have much more efficient ways than opening up a spectator view and turning on the engine in the spectator view. I would guess. So I don't think it really would. If the issue is worried about cheating, that seems to me to be like a non-issue.
10秒、10秒、
So this game looks like it's winding down here.
20秒、10秒、20秒、
I don't know why I'm watching this one.
30
This
秒、
goes to the analysis board. I think you can click this and then can you click this and then turn on the engine in there? I'm not sure. No, you can't.
40 秒
You can't.
50秒、1、2、3、
Check this message.
4、10秒、
Oh, they're also playing with a 60-second Byoyumi. Wow. Minor annoyance. Minor graphical thing. I think it should say 60 second. It should say 60 rather than 01:00. I think Shogi Wars also fixed that
20秒
recently when they added that style of being able to they added that friends style where you can do arbitrary time controls.
30秒、
All right. Well, if anyone's invested in this game, I guess I'll leave it up. I was going to play.
50秒、1、2、
Let's see how Shiba Muso finishes.
$10秒、 20秒、
All right. So we've got
30秒、
Yeah, so he's using all his clock.
40秒、 10秒、
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's play here. 510. Interesting. Their doctor's looking for a whatever. I don't know what this game is. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I'm Sente. My scene is there. Roshinoryu. We're going to see another opposing rook? Or is this the same player that I played before? Huh. Hmm. Okay. All right, let's get this guy up. Tempted to do this, but I think the... Wow. Okay. Huh. I'm not pre-movement anymore. Although no, I'll pre-move on top of my own piece. Okay, so yeah, so I really shrewded that pre-move in the previous game. So I think we can do take. She's got one pawn. Interesting. Okay, so take. Um, oh no, that would get rid of the... Yeah, let's just take. Let's take. Let's take. So I think if the bishop comes out, then we get the rook over. Huh. Should I drop the bishop first? No. I could just promote. No. Let's do this. Do I have mate if it's my move? I don't think so. Bishop. King runs. Hmm. So if I drop a pawn, I drop a pawn. Okay, so this, like, if I had this here and I take, he takes, it's no longer mate. Well, but it is good. No, but he could just run. He just runs. He just runs. Um, hmm. Got 124. They've got 45 seconds. Yeah, they can't give me a silver. They can't give me a. Ah. Uh. You know, it comes a check. He can't take that. He has to defend.
秒読みに入ります。2、
Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay. So we finished the game. We finished the game. So Bishop dropped 2-2, King 2-1, Silver takes 3-2, Gold takes 3-2, Bishop 3-3 promote. Let's look. Let's look. Does that? But then we're going to give up our bishop, right? Is this what you're saying? Yeah, Bishop 3-3 promote. Yeah. Or would it be this? Engine is saying 2-2. 2-2. Coward makes the coward castle. Yeah, so this is not a huge advantage here. Interesting. Wait. So 3-3 pawn is. So here's this is the winning move, I guess. Really? Wait. I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing this. I'm not seeing this. What's the problem here? Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so where's my move? What so yeah, so 2-2 is okay, so 2-4 is the second best. So we're at this is plus 35 versus plus 16 versus plus 11. I did the plus 11. No, I didn't do the plus 11. I did this, which is plus 7, plus 5, plus 7, plus 6.5. Hey, Skykeeper, nice to see you. At plus 8. The more the engine thinks about my move, the more it likes it. The more it likes it. And it still wants the 2-2. But you know, this was the third best. All right. Yeah. So that's an instructive piece. Yeah, I certainly considered it. I just didn't see where to go with it. King can't take, of course. Is there a better move here for them? Wow. Okay. Wait. Look at this. This is... I mean, I could do 3-3. Oh. But what's... oh, there's no way to defend. Okay, they're both. Okay. All right. Very interesting. All right, thank you to my opponent. Let's try C. Pirao. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Urushi no Ryu. I'm going to pre-move it. Just like Urushi no Ryu Channel does. He effectively pre-moves it with his finger movements. Oh gosh, I'm getting really cold. All right. Ooh, Coward Castle. Wow. Okay. So what are we going to do? Let's... Let's get this silver up. Let's get the silver up. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to try to play this. The knight up. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm thinking about coming center. Let's do it. Let's do it. Interesting position. I feel like I'm definitely being pushed a bit here. Let's do this. This is a hanging piece, only defended by the rook. So I'm trying something new. I'm trying this not anti. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do. I'm just not sure what to do. I don't like that this is no longer defended. All right, let's open it up. Let's open it up. He's got more forking more spots to be forked, I think. Any tactics? Any tactics? Pawn drop. Bishop. What do we have in time? Okay, 30 seconds and then 30-second Byoyomi. When you don't know what to do, Tataki no Hu. I think it's still precarious. I think it's very precarious for me. I mean, my king is between my bishop and my rook. It's just a weird position. You know, they've got this arrow of silvers. It's a silver arrow. I'm hoping it's going to clear out as I take and retake. Interesting. Very interesting.
秒読みに入ります。秒読みに入ります。
Do I have a way to threaten?
10秒。20秒。1。
I may be missing something, but maybe not.
$10秒。
So if I do this
10
and he
秒
drops a pawn, I can check. Oh no, this is protected. It's protected by the bishop. It's protected by the bishop.
10秒
I drop? No. Oh.
10秒 20秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
He's going to get a fork. Yeah, he's going to get the fork with the gold. Oh, boy. It would have been a gold.
$10秒
Yeah, the gold here, I think, would have been more interesting, but maybe it's still good.
10秒 20秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。10秒 20秒 1、2、3、4。
Can I drop the pawn back? Do I just drop the pawn? Do I just take? I take, and then he drops a pawn.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Am I missing something? Am I missing something? I think I might be. I think I might be. I think I might be missing something.
10秒
But then I would get this drop.
20秒 1、2、3、4。10秒 20秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。10秒 10秒 20秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
Oh boy. Wow.
10秒 20秒 1、2、3。 10秒、20秒、1、2、3、
Can't drop the
10
pawn because I've got this.
秒、20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10秒、
So my king is not exactly safe, I would say.
20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Which should I take? Should I take here? Or do I take the silver?
10
Do I
秒、
take the knight?
20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
That was dumb. That was dumb.
10秒、20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。10秒、20秒、1、2、3、10秒、20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
That's cute. That's cute, I think.
10秒、
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying.
10秒、20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Oh, that's good. Interesting.
10秒、 10秒、10秒、
Got a pawn.
10秒、20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10秒、
I respect it. I respect the hustle. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Oh,
10
yeah.
秒、
I mean, flail long enough and I will make a mistake. Flail long enough and I will make a mistake. That sucks. That sucks. I think I was playing a good game. And I just threw that piece too.
10秒、20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
That really sucks. That stinks. I've got to get better at just keeping my focus. You know, after 100 some moves, I just like Hikaru Nakamura said, as you get older, you just lose that.
10秒、 20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
I think I have to use this silver to defend because it's the gold.
10秒、 20秒、1、2、3、4、
I can't believe I didn't see that. I can't believe I just need to draw my arrows. I need to draw my arrows.
10秒、
Hey, Kairos. Nice to see you.
10秒、 10秒、 20秒、1、
Boy,
10秒、
I think that would. I think maybe not. I think that would have made him resign. I don't know. It's still a threat here.
10
It's
秒、
still a threat here.
20秒、1、2、 3、4、5、6、7、8、9。10秒。20秒。1、2、3、4。10秒。20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。10秒。20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Wow.
10秒。
He drops a gold back.
20秒。1、2、3、4、5。
He drops a gold back. I come over here.
10秒。
He takes the knight. I take the knight. I'm threatening this. Wow. Okay.
10秒。20秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。10秒。
So that prevents him from saving the silver.
1、
It also prevents him from dropping here. This piece is still hanging.
6、7、8、9。
So is he going to take this? All right. Arigatou gozaimashita. Oh, boy. Tough game. Tough game. Hey, pilot player. I want to say that it was I want to say that I was completely winning until I blundered my bishop. So this was a bad move. And yeah, and there it is. And there it is. Yeah. So it's still my advantage here. After back-to-back blunders, it's still slightly my advantage. That was a fun game. It's this lack, that move, me getting hit by that, I think it clouds my entire enjoyment of that game. I thought it was a really nicely played game. Other than that, here's the engine eval here is going a bit ham. Yeah, so where did they must have had an advantage at some point. Oh no, I'm Sente. So at the end, I wasn't winning at the end? So this is what I was speculating at the end would happen. They've got mate. Okay, because they've got mate. I guess that's it. I mean, that's they've got mate. Oh boy, how with only this many pieces? Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, who knows if the like that was a narrow path. That was a narrow path. But maybe, in those desperate moments where you feel like you're lost, that's when you find those types of mates. So maybe they would have found it. Wow. Wow. There's just back to back to back mistakes. So I collapsed after I blundered my horse was my collapse. I thought I recovered, but I guess I did not. And so the engine wants this. This was my first inclination. But then I thought, no, I can be even more aggressive here. Oh no, this was not it. No, 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 no. No, this is earlier. This is earlier. Yeah, we have to block. This is because the gold drop. So this is not where I dropped the lance. I thought about it, but then I saw that it was mate. So it did not like this. Nice visibility to see this though. Yeah, really nice. The engine is marking the eval is marking this as an inaccuracy, but it's the second best move. It is the second best move, and it's really close. So I'm not sure why that's an inaccuracy. Maybe the server side just kind of didn't have enough time. Because the in-browser engine here, as we're getting higher in depth, is saying that 7.9 is number 1, and number 2 is this, and they're both they're both winning for Gotha here. So really good game. Really good game. I wish I wouldn't have blundered that horse. Gosh, that ruins my entire enjoyment of this. Like I felt like I held off the flail, so I felt like better than I ever do. I held off the flail. So how many moves? So what was the? It wasn't. It wasn't even. I mean, it was not many moves. It was not many moves. And what happened here? What was wrong over here? Oh, this was the weird. Okay. So this game went so long that I forgot what happened in the middle. The opening in the middle game. This was that weird. My weirdo anti Coward Castle attempt. And I just don't. Yeah, I don't have the right sense for these. So where was it? Where did I go? Where? Maybe even here. So when they make Coward Castle, what does the engine want to do? Well, I'm not going to do it at this low depth. It doesn't matter what this low depth says. So I'm not going to really make too much of it. And either way, what I did was fine. Considered it. I definitely considered it. But I didn't like what happens when he pushes. Like if he pushes here, if he pushes, I just take? No, I jump. Okay. And then I take with the silver. Oh, that's a nice move. So that's a nice idea. That's a nice idea. Because I don't want to open this. All right. All right. Yeah. Wait. So while our rook is still here, the engine does want to... But if he... What is this even threatening? What is this even threatening? So let's play their move. I'm just playing through the top line here. I find this to be a little more difficult on my side personally, but maybe it's fine. I have this diagonal, which is potentially going to be something, but I can't push this pawn because the bishop is here. My hands are, I don't know if you could see, because I'm so cold, my hands are shivering. My hands are actually moving. So if we do this, it's their move. It's their move. They drop the pawn. Wait. 2-4. So 4-5 is the best move, but right behind it is 2-4. That seems impossible. The coward castle can't be beaten like that. Is it because of this? It is because of... Yes, it is because of this. Oh, because of that bishop. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's a cool tactic. That's a cool anti coward castle. A moment where bringing the bishop back, as Koshiro has shown in the past, the value of bringing that bishop back. Aiming at that square. Oh, I like that. I like that. So we push, they take, and then I have to come back. And so now this pawn is, I gave them a pawn. Interesting. Wow, what a cool spot. What a cool spot. Just don't know what... Hmm. You know, the file is empty of our pawn. But they do have a pawn. And I guess we'll just be able to threaten this later? Like, is that why we gave it up? So why would we give it up, though? Like, if we're going to play 4-5 anyway, why would we give up our pawn? Rather than try to do something like this. So the rook comes back. I guess there are a lot of moves. It's shogi. There are a lot of moves. There are a lot of moves that are just fine. Yeah, I guess the engine's just calling this dead even. Yeah, our pieces are more advanced, but they have a better castle. All right. All right. Cool game. Very cool game. Okay. So I don't know what you all feel like. The anonymous games today, they didn't quite do it for me. This was not an anonymous game, obviously. And the first game was not anonymous, even though he did just quit instead of resign. What was that? Is that the player that we just played? Was he new? Is this Portuguese? This name? Oh, a new member. Oh, all right. We've got a new member. Very good. Very good. Yeah, new. Hopefully new. Hopefully new. Hopefully not just a multi-account. Awesome. 178 players, 179 players playing. That's more than we saw, I'd say, pre-update. We're definitely seeing more lobby, but more anonymous lobby, which is kind of weird. I will say that is kind of weird to me. Because it's so easy to sign up on lishogi. It's not like 81 Dojo or Shogi Club 24. It's very easy. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. Do I play viewers? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I definitely do. Occasionally. Okay, more in the past, but definitely. And especially Twitch subs or donating people. Definitely we'll play them more. You think, although Todasuke, that's interesting. You say that although you think lishogi's study feature is amazing, and obviously I 1000% agree. You still recommend 81 Dojo for a playing site. Why is that? So I don't know if your reasons are the same as mine. But why? I didn't want to say it. So I didn't want to say it while I was playing this past game. But I'll say it now, since you brought up the subject. During this last game, I was thinking that this doesn't feel quite like a real game. Whereas on 81 Dojo and Shogi Club 24, I felt like I'm playing real game, and I started spinning off. My mind started spinning off into this tangent. When I'm playing on 81 Dojo, the animation of the opponent's piece moving into play somehow it gives me engine feelings. It's almost like it almost feels like, I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. It's a real weird thing that I think about on lishogi. Like the pieces nicely animate in when the opponent makes a move. I think. So let me go. I think it's the same basic animation as when you're scrolling through a game. So I somehow felt like the game felt more artificial to me. Yeah, like I think on the other sites, I think on the other sites, they don't have the nice animation. I think they just, yeah, this one was not anonymous. Does 81 Dojo animate? So I'm going to log into 81 Dojo. Since I'm not the MO and I have nothing to prove anymore. I have not been staying logged in. So if we go to these games, I don't think there's an animation here when the pieces move. I think it's just pick up the piece. You know, I think it's just move. It's just the piece disappears and reappears somewhere else, I think. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm taking a guess. I'm taking a guess at why I have some of those feelings for 81 Dojo and Shogi Club 24 that I don't necessarily have for lishogi. And actually, like, the animation is almost a negative to me because it feels like I'm playing a bot. Like when the pawn animates, so the pawn drop or whatever it is, I don't remember when it was. I don't know what point it was. It's like I started feeling like I was playing Yanara O. And maybe I'm not sure. Gosh, I wish I could. I wish I could give my feelings a little better for that. But for that, like, among other reasons, it felt like my games today on lishogi were not, even though one of the games I was playing Ghost 1. No, that game felt good. That game did feel good. So I need to be fair. I need to be fair. I'm trying to think back. I'm looking through history, and I could just be saying something. I could just be thinking something because it's assisting in my argument. So it's not even. I don't know if I would take this with a grain of salt. But I was going to say a pawn drop during the Ghost 1 game also felt weird. Where it's like, you know, that animation somehow makes me feel like I'm in an artificial situation. I don't know why that is. So we seem to have a lot of random shodans and upper level dans in the United States. I don't know if anyone has noticed that recently. On 81 Dojo, people who I have no idea who they are. we've got some American or United States flag Shodans, 2 Dans, 3 Dans, 4 Dans, people that I have whose usernames I just don't recognize. And that's I seems nice. Like, I don't know if that means we're getting more players in the US, that are getting stronger. I feel like I've played this player before. This avatar is the piece drops and captures feel animated to you on 81 Dojo. Interesting. Yeah, and being able to see the piece that they select, that's a brilliant move. I can't say enough about that. That's a great little innovation from Hidechi that, like, none of the chess sites even do. Maybe it wouldn't make as much sense for chess because even though online it's not touch rule, normally you play with the touch rule over the board. So maybe that wouldn't make as much sense. During a drop, yeah, the piece is lifted from the stand and the second placed on the board. Yeah. Can I do anything here? Can I edit? Yeah. There are a lot of really nice touches to 81. Despite the fact that 81 Dojo does, to me, feel very much of its time, there are a lot of niceties that I've come to appreciate on 81 Dojo. But again, so much of it is also due to the fact that I'm using the hacked user style that you made. I would be thinking I would be not enjoying this as much if I had to use that stock orange, that low contrast color for the last move. I think it's unfortunate that he doesn't allow choice of the last move indicator, because I really like my blue here. And it allows me to see it. And I think the lack of animation, or if there is animation, however subtle it is, it does cause me to struggle to find the last move on lishogi, on 81 Dojo, more than on any other site. Like on 81 Dojo, more than any site, I struggle to find. I hear the click, and then it's like, okay, where is the move? I can't quite understand it. Yeah, so pilot player, there is an option. Yeah, the explosive effects help me to see. Yeah, I mean, we could say what we will about those explosive effects, and I make fun of them. I think they're kind of ridiculous too. Wait, what just happened? Wait, King takes did not work? Wait, why was that? It's the king. Oh, I see. Yloigh is in there. Yloigh is in the viewer list. It would be nice if lishogi pieces accelerate, decelerate during a move, since it's a 9x9 board. I wonder if it is that evenness of animation speed that feels artificial to me. you know, I'm definitely not like I am not at all making a big deal out of that. Like I think that the animation's cool, and it's you know it's nice.
10秒
I just, for whatever reason, it just sort of it makes the games feel, I think, a little more artificial to me. Oh boy. So now it's, wait, could the king not have run here? Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Could the king have not run back here?
10秒
Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'd
10
be curious to see if Gote had any way, or yeah, I'd be curious to see if Gote had any way out from the beginning. It feels like still amazed that earlier there was no take. There was no
10秒
yeah, Capybara's got the mate here. Still just pawn. Yeah.
10秒
And then I think there's a lot. There's a lot of moves here. That one's probably the easiest. And then just push it up. Yeah, so this USA player, this new USA player, 19 wins and 5 losses. Oh, I see. I Dream of Shogi is 3 dan now. I Dream of Shogi's playing so many ends, but he was 4 dan. He was 4 dan for a while. Morph is playing. Hold on. Morph is playing. The most famous alt account. Oh shoot! I wanted to copy that game. I wanted to look to see if Gote had a way out by taking the rook at that other one. Fast game, fast play. Nice. I love this tactic. I don't get a chance myself to use it as often as I would like to. Like it's a beautiful tactic. I love it. You're pulling teasing the rook and the gold apart diagonally. Hmm. That's not what I expected. That's more of what I expected. Wow.
10秒
Hmm.
10秒。
Oh man, I'm watching Sente thinking I'm watching Morph. I'm cheering for Morph. I'm flipping the board. I'm now cheering for this side. So now I'm cheering for this side. Uh, all right, let's go, Morph.
10秒。
They're playing very fast. Both players are playing very quickly.
10秒。
How to defend that?
20秒。
How to defend it?
2、3、4、5。
Okay, okay, take first.
10秒。
I don't think there's mate. I don't think there's mate. So how to defend the drop on 6-2?
20秒。
Hmm.
10秒。
No pawn either. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna be nasty. Even if you defend this, the pawn drop coming is going to be hard to deal with.
20秒。1。10秒。
One thing that's really nice about lishogi, oh, there it is. That's nasty. Good game. Nice attack. Nice attack. One thing that's nice about lishogi is the layouts. As much as I like these sort of real piece stands, it makes it harder to like this layout. This layout almost necessarily has to be a lot wider. So I made a alternate. So this is my new 81 Dojo layout where I can maximize the board a little more. And you maximize the board a little more, but the piece stands still make it more difficult versus lishogi with the vertical piece stands. They just sort of nicely fit and give more area to places that you can usually have your stream stuff like chat and video. Not that any site should be designed around streaming layouts, but lishogi definitely makes it easier. All right. Yeah, so like this layout, which maximizes the board, I still have to cut off some of the, some of this piece stand. Move 62, goal drop 6-8. Let's look at that one. Wait, oh, instead of taking. Huh. Wait. So I'll make that move. Is that? Well, I don't think you can't fork because it's Sumero. You can't You can't fork because it's mate. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, yeah. Ah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting idea. I don't know what they're gonna do. Let's just say they. Yeah. Still seems tricky. It still seems tricky, but like, what are we gonna do here? Well, we can run. We can run. So maybe I shouldn't even just race a move. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. A lot of pieces in hand for the Sente side, but and this is attacking the rook, which is not negligible, I suppose. That might be tough. That might be tough. Yeah. You don't like how 81 Dojo, you don't like 81 Dojo because if you, oh, yeah, the accidental move. Oh, I was going to show you. I was going to show you. So there is a new option. There's a new option. It is in the options and then the beginner tab. So if you look at this, this allows you how many times to allow an illegal move. And this only counts for casual. This only counts for casual games, but I have enabled this. I am sick of losing these friendly, just casual games with Nifu. I've done it 2 or 3 times on stream now where I'm just sort of, mildly distracted. Whenever I'm streaming, I'm just sort of in a mild state of being distracted. And for some reason that really lets the Nifus go. Yeah, Dodowski. I saw that too. I saw that the word of beginner, and I thought like, well, is this just not going to apply to me, or is this going to? Yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to abuse this. I am definitely going to abuse this. Yeah, the rook fork. You say the rook fork. Yeah. But anyway, if you are holding off from 81 Dojo because of this, and doesn't show you how the pieces move, this highlight movable squares will show that. It doesn't necessarily show you how the pieces move, but like for example, like this, if it's my move, it's their move. So let's say it's whatever. It's our move. Like, this doesn't show how the pieces move. It shows how they can move. It's not showing, bishop, but like, essentially it shows you your legal moves. Oh, I have never played a game since I set that to 3. I have never played a game. If anyone wants to try a game here, like just a quick game to try to Nifu, and we'll see how many. It should dock the rating. I agree. There's just a very loud metallic sound from outside. But here's another U.S. flag of someone whose name I've never seen before, and another new 10-win, 1-loss person. So I don't know what we're getting. I don't know what's happening these days. If we're just getting more USA players from Shogi 24 who are strong players and we just don't know about, I think that's a possibility. But either way, it's there's also another possibility which I won't mention. But by not mentioning it, I've mentioned it. and hopefully it's not that. But yeah, it's good to see more players here. So I want to do a. I would like to do one. I don't want to do it with a random person though. Todovsky making the comment without putting the kappa or whatever. It could be that Miss King is making Shogi more popular. I guess anything is true. Anything is true. Oh, okay. I'm going to join their doctor. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I was waiting for the shogi. Okay, so how do I okay, so I take this pawn. Let's. Oh, cool! And there's a weird error. So I'm gonna show this. Here's the error. Here, did you hear that? So you heard that sound, and here's the error. It's just a message.rescue_illegal2. Maybe I'm the first to actually do this error. Maybe I'm the first to Nifu. So Hidechi didn't realize that the message is not in there, or maybe this is a localization message, and so okay. So I'm gonna do it 3 times. Oh, illegal 1, illegal 0. Okay, so here we go. Let me take this this screenshot here. Here's what it said. Message.rescue. So illegal 2, illegal 1, illegal 0. And that is it. Oh wait, is it not showing up on stream? Oh wait. Oh, shoot. Yeah, the tone is so cheerful. It's one of the best sounds on 81 Dojo. Here, so let me find oh, this is showing up. This is showing up. Sorry. I thought it wasn't, but it is now. At least it is now. So this is the message that we get. Message.rescueillegal2, message.rescueillegal1, message.rescueillegal0. That's after the 3rd. And then the 4th was the error, was the loss. Okay, so check the board widely and find the cause of illegal move. Most probable causes are Nifu and putting or leaving own king in check. Intentional illegal move instead of resigning will be met by an immediate ban as soon as being found out. I'm just going to put, just in case Hidechi doesn't review this game after and decide to ban me. Thanks for testing the 3x Nifu. Yeah, all of a sudden, you're going to see I'm just going to be on a new account. I'm going to have to create a Shogi Dad account. I will evaluate their doctor's behavior as good. All right, so we did science today. So we played Shogi. We did science. It's all good. It's all really good. That's a perfect way to end here. I'm still amazed that NMike did not get the. So I do want to look at this. I'm gonna guess that MO you can never. So he was the M show last year. No, 2 years ago. So maybe you can never, maybe once you get a title, like the MO, M show type stuff, maybe you can never get the others. Like mine Mine is emote from 2025. And I think I should have gotten it this year. Like, I think I speculate that I had the most miles this year. Yeah, the cheerful sound and then the ban warning is the perfect combination. It really is. It really is. Anyway, good times. That's gonna do it. It's starting to, I don't know if you could see it in the camera too. It's starting to get extremely high glare. So I have to do something. About that, because early morning it gets this high glare, and it looks like now late afternoon. It's coming from the other side. Okay, so for the early morning, I need to do something to cover the area, the sun coming, the winter sun coming from this direction. In the afternoon, I need to cover the winter sun coming in this direction. All right. So work for me to do for the stream. All right. Thank you. If you haven't checked out the podcast, please do. This week's episode is an interview, and those are my favorite of all the podcast episodes. So thanks. Thank you for the games. I will see you all later, and enjoy your shogi. Take care.